Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the channel update for December. I got an early Christmas present at Thanksgiving in the form of a cold. Yay. So my voice is going to sound scratchy like this for the foreseeable future. Hopefully no more than a week, but my colds have lasted 2 weeks at times before, so, you know, it's just an unfortunate thing that I can't really do much about. Unfortunately, it also coincides with Stellaris coming out, and that means that the first big batch of those videos all feature my voice sounding like this, which is awesome. Yeah, it's going to be the first sound that some people hear of me. That's not ideal. There's not a whole lot that I can do about it, unfortunately. Anyway, other news, of course, the Crusader Kings II Holy Fury campaign is going strong. The two of them will be running for quite a while, probably. Dragon Quest XI is also still ongoing. I have not finished playing it yet. It's a long game, you know, to put it mildly. And Arcanum, I'm still playing. That's also a long game. So we've got a lot of long games going on to the channel right now, which is not exactly ideal. It's a good thing to have a bit more shake-up and rotation, but I like playing games to the end. I'm not the type of person that's going to say, oh, views have trickled off, I'm going to go switch to something else. I want to play these games to the end, and most of you come to my channel to watch my videos because you like seeing me play games to the end. So that's what I do. Oh well. I do have a couple shorter games that I think I have in the works for the DOS PC side of things. Considering that January is going to see the release of another new old RPG, JRPG, that's going to be probably another long one. So, we're going to be in long JRPG mode on the channel for a little while. Also, for Crusader Kings II, when I finish up that campaign, I might dive right into something else. I've kind of been in like a holding pattern for the last few months for both Crusader Kings II and Stellaris, because it was like, you know, they're going to be releasing new stuff, so it was very much a case of I didn't want to dive into something and then have two things going on at the same time in relative close proximity and stuff like that. But I could have done more Crusader Kings II earlier this year, clearly. So I will probably, once I finish up the Roman Renaissance campaign, dive into another achievement run. What, I don't know yet. We'll see. I am playing some Crusader Kings II on stream, and that will be pretty much, I don't know how long it'll take, but that's what I'm going to do until I get a couple more achievements. They're the Shattered World achievements. So I want to get those, and then I'll probably move on to something else on the stream. Play a different game. Because, of course, as those of you who watch the Monday streams know, I did finish up XCOM Terror from the Deep. Took an entire stream session to finish the final 3-part mission. Was not expecting that, to be honest. I was really expecting that to take half that time. But I should have known it was going to be really long. Anyway, other than that, of course, Saturdays, which is going to be today based on when this video is going to go up, probably just a few hours after this goes live, in fact, another session of the AD&D Spelljammer campaign continues, so please do tune in for that. I really appreciate those who've been following and enjoying that. Other than that, that's mainly the channel stuff. The December monthly multiplayer will be taking place on the 8th, December 8th, which is basically a week from the day this goes up, Saturday. Same time as usual, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which is GMT minus 5. We will be playing Stellaris with the new Megacorp DLC. As I've already posted on Patreon, the rules for that will be either playing a Megacorp or playing an empire that can interact with Megacorps. So no fanatical purifiers, no Gestalt consciousnesses. You either have to be able to accept trade deals and get corporate branch offices on your worlds, or play a Megacorp or a criminal enterprise. Criminal enterprises are okay too. So those are going to be the rules for the monthly multiplayer. If you have any questions, feel free to follow the link in the description below to Discord and just ask me. The monthly multiplayer is not just restricted to Patreon members. You do not need to use voice chat, although it would be helpful to at least listen in. You don't have to speak if you don't want to. But it is basically open to all in a first come, first serve basis. Get in when we are ready to go kind of thing, rather than, you know, coming in late kind of thing. So that's what I'm looking at for the monthly multiplayer. Other than that, that's basically the channel news. Of course, it is December, so Christmas is coming up, which is good in that ad revenue will go up, but bad in that January means that it's going to crap out, and presents are expensive. Money is really, really tight for me right now. I had some unexpected auto trouble, and next year I'm going to have to spend a lot of money on my car. New brakes, new tires, stuff like that. It's just that time. And I've got an electrical problem that is confounding me and the mechanics. That's draining my battery, so that's potentially going to be expensive next year too. So any help you guys can do supporting me over on Patreon or on Twitch with subscriptions, or just, watching the videos and watching the advertisements and stuff like that to increase the ad revenue helps. Or, the YouTube Premium, YouTube Red, that is also really helpful. As I've said in the past, someone did ask me kind of what my cut was, and I can't really tell that specifically, but I can tell that for an individual viewer, I get way more from a YouTube Red subscription, a YouTube Red viewer, than I do from just standard ad views. So in that regard, if you don't want to watch the ads, YouTube Red is a pretty good, or Premium, or whatever they're calling it these days. It's a pretty good way to, get money to creators and stuff like that. So, not a whole lot to talk about over on Patreon, but again, every little bit helps. If you can support me at just $1 per month, that would be fantastic. 100 people doing that, that's $100, minus the Patreon cut. That's really good. So, don't be looking at it like, $1. That's not really going to make that much difference. It does. It really, really does. If that's all you can afford to support me at, don't not do it because you feel that's too low. It's all very helpful. So I'm very appreciative of all of my patrons. I love you guys. It is a pleasure knowing that I'm creating things that people are actually willing to support me doing. That's a pretty tremendous feeling. So I do really appreciate all of the support that you guys give me. Names are scrolling by in the bottom. I would do more fancy video stuff, like, end video thingies or something like that, but I genuinely don't know how. I've looked at some of the programs to you know, the various video editing software, and I opened them up and I'm like, I don't even know where to start. So yeah, it's the fancy stuff is not my forte. Um, but again, I really do appreciate it. All the support that you guys give me, it is fantastic. So thank you once again. Thank you guys very much. Other than that, I do have another deity on my blog up. I post them once a month. They are, for the most part, updates to the old 2nd edition DMGR 4, Dungeon Master's Guide Reference 4, Monster Mythology. Although when I was, you know, beginning the project, I went through and looked around for other deities that that would be suitable, and this month happens to be one of those deities. There was an article in, I think it's Dragon 105, Dragon Magazine issue 105. Can't always remember exactly which issue it is, but it's an older one from the early 80s, like 82, 83 kind of thing. Maybe a little bit later than that. Probably a little bit later. Whatever. And it was all about. There was an article all about centaurs combined from 2 submissions, and it had like a 1 or 2 sentence line about centaur deities, 4 of them, and Fanthros happens to be one of them, a deity of agriculture. And I kind of expanded that out with, well, I think it was sky and agriculture, whatever. But I expanded it out a bit to, you know, include other kind of similar elements based on how I felt his personality went. And to a certain extent, these are kind of a lot of fun to do because there's so little information. You can kind of let the creativity just flow and do whatever you want with them. You got, like, you know, the name and the portfolio, and that's it. And I tend to, like, you know, look around at other deities and try to come up with personalities for them and stuff like that. And it's quite a lot of fun to do so. You don't have quite the straitjacket of, you know, is this going to fit in with the canon? You know, is it going to clash with portrayals in products that I may not have found him in? Something like that. So I kind of enjoy doing these deities that are so lightly detailed, shall we say. But that is over on my blog. Feel free to check that out. There will be a link in the description below, of course, as usual. And other than that, that's basically it for this month. There's not a whole lot to talk about. You know, Stellaris is out, or Megacorp is going to be out on Thursday. Holy Fury is out. You know, so those are. I'm hoping that those will do really well for the channel. The Holy Fury campaign is already doing pretty well. I'll have to wait and see how the Stellaris does. The fact that my voice is so scratchy is probably going to turn some people off, so I don't anticipate it going quite so well. Plus, a lot more people do Stellaris videos with the releases these days than Crusader Kings II. It seems like, or at least a lot more of the bigger people, and I don't really know why. I mean, I honestly think that Crusader Kings II is a substantially better game. Not to say that Stellaris is not a good game. It's a really good game, and the changes in this are really interesting. Gonna take a lot of getting used to, I gotta say, but they're really interesting. But still, just I feel like Crusader Kings 2 is a much better game in general. But it is also a lot older, so it's not the new hotness. You know, I guess that's probably part of it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, especially with Stellaris and the Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury, liking those videos, the first ones in particular, leaving comments, stuff like that, really does help with the videos. It helps them show up higher in search results. The more people who watch the video and like the video, like the ratio kind of thing, that kind of tells the YouTube algorithm that this is good content. Show, put it out in front of more people, kind of thing. So remember, if there's videos that you really enjoy from creators that you really like, you will be doing them a great favor by liking the videos and commenting and stuff like that. So definitely do those things when you can. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this this update. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me. See you in the comment sections or Discord or Twitch chat. See you next month, everyone.